The Teacher's Ten Commandments, School Law in the Classroom by Thomas R. McDaniel. The first commandment is, Thou shalt not worship in the classroom. This means that the teachers are not to required to salute the flag if it conflicts with the student's beliefs. Bible reading is not practiced in school. Prayer is not a part of regular exercises in school, and worship services that students attend are voluntary. The second commandment is, Thou shalt not abuse academic freedom. The teachers are able to discuss controversial issues that are relevant, discuss current events and political issues. They also have symbolic free speech, and they have control over sponsored publications and play. Teachers do not have a constitutional right to use any teaching method they want. Third commandment is, Thou shalt not engage in private activities that impair teaching effectiveness. This commandment is probably the most difficult, and they are not able to air out private grievances or personal judgments publicly. They will be dismissed for unprofessional conduct, and they will be dismissed for having relationships with students. Under this commandment, the teachers are able to write letters to newspapers criticizing school policies. The fourth commandment is, Thou shalt not deny students due process. These laws stipulate extensive due process rights for all children with disabilities to ensure a free, appropriate education. The fifth commandment is, Thou shalt not punish behavior through academic penalties. So that means that the diploma will not be distributed to a student if they break a rule. Grades should be reduced to serve disciplinary purposes. And lowering grades or having zeros for absences is a questionable legal practice. The sixth commandment is, Thou shalt not misuse corporal punishment. Corporal punishment is establishing discipline. It's a method to correct student behavior. It never leads to permanent injury and is not motivated by revenge or malice, but it is also not administered with inappropriate instruments. In Commandment 6, it was argued that corporal punishment was cruel and unusual punishment, and it was a violation. And now it is a violation of the Constitution's 8th Amendment. The seventh commandment is, Thou shalt not neglect student safety. Teachers must establish and enforce school rules for safety. They should be able to have higher standard of supervision, and they should learn first aid, because teachers may be liable for negligence if they do not get or give prompt, appropriate medical assistance when it is necessary when a problem occurs. They advise the teachers to let the substitute teachers know about the problems of students or about certain students. Teachers do not send students on errands off school grounds, and they are required to plan field trips with great care and provide for accurate supervision. The eighth commandment is, Thou shalt not slander or libel your students. The teacher must avoid from using vague terms on records or recommendations. They must say or write what you know to be true about a student. They should know and be careful about the search and seizure procedures, and they must keep confidential information with the students that share the information with them. And so the due process is actually equal protection and freedom of religion. The ninth commandment is, Thou shalt not photocopy in violation of copyright law. And last but not least, 10th commandment is, Thou shalt not be ignorant of the law. It is the ignorance of the law is no excuse. Therefore, the better informed teachers are about their legal rights and responsibilities. They are more likely to avoid the courtroom.